The region is on the brink of something new in the resource sector. It's offering unprecedented business opportunities. For First Nations, it's a chance to build on a sector it has already tapped into.
Twin Sisters Nursery is only 1 year old, a joint venture between the Moberly Lake and Saulteaux First Nations. It's a company designed to address reclamation of the land at the end of a mine's life.
We're also identifying 35 significant species for the First Nations, which that's a first. That's been some tightly held information with the First Nations. And so to get 35 species, that's phenomenal. It's a place to start. We want to make sure that not only are we putting back what the animals want and what the environment needs, but we're putting back the things that the First Nations people find significant to them and are important to them for whatever reasons.
It's just one of many examples of First Nations taking advantage of an evolving resource sector. For this region, forestry has been the primary resource sector for decades. The district of Mackenzie has seen its ups and downs, relying heavily on the resource sector. At one point, the community suffered through the downtime of all the mills in the city. Those mills have now resumed operations, including Conifex. That company, though 8 years in operations, knows all too well the opportunities that present themselves for First Nations.
The First Nations group are very good on some land-based projects such as the reforestation and silviculture work that we do. And then they make very good use of some of the sawmill byproducts we have, and they remanufacture it into reconstituted wood products. So it helps their employment, it helps us dispose of some sawmill waste that we wouldn't have a good home for otherwise.
The Business Development Centre helps more than 100 new clients a year get into business. Executive Director Vince Prince says the most significant increase of late has been the number of limited companies seeking to contract to bigger companies in the resource sector.
Business people are business people. I don't find any difference in terms of attitude. I think that there's some learning that still needs to go on. People don't understand, and I think this is one of the reasons. In the last 16 months, we've done about 12 conversions from sole proprietorship to limited companies. So they just don't have a clear understanding of what it takes to start into the business, or what even the legal part of that.
He says while they're seeing more people come through the doors, there are still many who are simply testing the waters in the resource sector before taking the final leap.
They're doing research in terms of what their requirements are to take advantage of the development that's going through the area. They're doing research and having discussion with the LNG groups that are coming in. They're starting to develop more of the limited companies that is required. And so our office has been working hard at moving people from that sole proprietorship to the limited company, to the incorporated companies, to help them take advantage of some of the contract opportunities.
One of the greatest business opportunities for First Nations in the resource sector may involve others. In forestry, as with future resource sectors, there is always a need for partners. Cheryl Jan, CKPG News.